Brent, good to see you. Today we get to discuss the 401k rollover mistake that is costing retirement savers billions. There are so many benefits to rolling your 401k into an IRA, but it turns out workers are missing out on billions in investment gains by pulling their retirement savings out of the stock market when they switch jobs. Tell us about what's often happening when people roll their 401k into an IRA.
Yeah, there's a couple scenarios out there for the do-it-yourself investor. So when they leave a company, the scariest one to me is if it's under, say, $5,000. A lot of times they'll get a letter in the mail that says, "Hey, we're going to send you a check," and most people don't do anything with that. What happens is that turns into taxable income, so you pay taxes on it, and then you're also missing out on that money you'd saved, growing for the rest or continuing to grow.
Mm-hmm.
The other is, and it's very common, they move to an IRA, and maybe it's because the employer was picking up some fees. They want you out of the plan now. And then when we see that person get those funds to their account, they don't do anything with it. They leave it in cash. And that's, one of the worst things you can do is not reinvest it. But the problem with it is if you're not working with an advisor, then yeah, you've got to be the one to go out there and pick the investments and then make the trades.
Right.
And then lastly, it's the management of it. Okay, let's say they do go out there and they do get a purchase made. They're working, families, life's busy. Are they going in there and they're checking the investments, making sure everything's okay? Are they doing rebalancing? And so there's a lot of pitfalls by not working with an advisor if you don't know exactly what you're doing and keeping an eye on it.
Right. Now, explain why sitting in cash is so detrimental when it comes to retirement savings.
Absolutely. So there's two main factors when you look at this. And the first is, the magic of investing is compounding. So you take a little bit of money, you invest it, you earn a little bit, the next year you earn earnings on your earnings, so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden you end up with this nice retirement nest egg. If you put it in cash, that nest egg will never come to fruition. Okay. So without that compounding, which you're definitely not going to get from cash, you're not going to see the magic in that big balance at the end. So that's the first thing is without investing, you're not going to make the earnings on it that, you would expect. And then two is inflation. So $100 today buys you X amount of goods. Well, in 10 years, you can only buy less with that. So by sitting with that money in just cash, inflation starts to eat away at that cash and your earnings go, or your purchasing power goes down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. According to Vanguard, for investors under age 55, researchers estimate that the long-term benefit of investing in even just a target date fund instead of sitting in cash, the difference was $130,000 when they were ready to retire.
Yeah, and I love the stat because that's a huge amount of money that shows the big difference. And I do not like target date funds.
Yeah.
So it just shows you that even if you just do some moderate investing, and that is, when am I going to retire? What is my age? Okay, I can figure out what target date fund to put that in. So imagine what you could also improve if you'd work with a professional who can show you some better options, explain why target date funds may not be the best fit, and then make some more educated decisions with a coach. Mm-hmm. And so once again, it's just a great reason to reach out and talk to somebody and see if they can come up with a plan for you.
Absolutely. Especially if you're switching jobs. That is such a big transition. Brent, if somebody would like to talk to you about how to invest their IRA or creating a financial plan, how can they reach you?
Yep. They can go to the website young-wm.com, or they can call the office at 614-430-8383, and we'd love to talk about it.
All right. Brent, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.